Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome back to another fun activity we're gonna try. I have Boris here. He just had breakfast. I'm still in my comfy, and we are going to make a dessert today. But before I do, I had to get some of the ingredients ready. And I'm gonna put Boris down so you can see what I'm gonna do first. Okay, Boris? Okay, so girls, the dessert I wanna make has coconut in it. And I went to the store and I bought myself a coconut. So I have a glass here, and I'm gonna pan you down so you can see, because this always amazes me every time I do it. And I actually learned this many years ago from friends that came from the islands. They taught me how to crack a coconut. So the first thing you wanna do is you wanna get the water. I don't know if you can hear that, I'll put it by the mic. You wanna get the water out of the coconut because you can drink that. It has so many vitamins and it's so healthy. So I'm gonna take a drill, and on the coconut you'll see those 3 little holes. Do you see them? So the first thing they taught me was you want to put some holes in those spots. Hopefully my drill has enough power. Okay. So I just drilled into the coconut, and I'm gonna take my glass, turn it upside down, and look at it come out. Oh. Is that it? Wow. Wasn't much in there, but that looks good. I'll have that later. And now, to crack the coconut. So the first time I ever tried to crack a coconut, I just went to throw it, and they said, no, don't throw it, we have an easy way to do it. So I said, okay, well, teach me. So I'm gonna teach you now. So you take a hammer, and you take the coconut, and what you wanna do is you wanna crack the equator of the coconut. You just wanna keep going around and tapping it. Now at first it doesn't seem like it's gonna work, but eventually what will happen is you'll get a nice even crack around the center, and then the coconut will split open. And then you actually can use the coconut shells to make bowls or even art with it, and we might try that too. But let's see if I can get the coconut open first. So I'm gonna start just tapping it on the equator. Alright, boys and girls, look what happened. You can see a crack right there. Do you see it? So let me keep going. Look at this. Look at that, guys. Look. It cracked right in half just by hammering it with the hammer. Look at that beautiful meat inside. So now I want to show you how to take the meat out of the coconut. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my coconut and I'm gonna put it onto a little tray here, and I'm gonna put it in my toaster oven for about 15 minutes at 400 degrees, and I'm gonna let the meat inside warm up, and that's gonna help remove it from the shell. Okay, so boys and girls, it's been about 20 minutes, and the coconut is still very hot, and I have it on the sheet here, you can see. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take just a little towel, and I'm gonna grab the coconut. Now watch this trick. If you take a knife that has a rounded edge, so it's safe, you can pry it in between and get a little air in between the shell and the meat. This one I did before, and watch. The meat comes right out of the coconut. But this half was a little smaller. So look at this shell I have for a cool project. I'm gonna put this half back in the toaster oven for a few more minutes to get that to loosen up. Okay, so while that second piece is in my toaster oven, I wanna show you how to get this brown hard part off the meat. Now, the reason why I find it so important to make sure it's in one piece is because here is the pieces from that other one that I started to pry open and it wasn't ready yet. Because I'm gonna use, and I'm gonna pan you down, I'm gonna use this tool from my kitchen, which is a peeler. And what you can do is hold the meat, and while it's still warm, this will basically, if I can show you in the camera there, just in pieces, see what's happening? It's peeling that meat from that hard stuff there.
This is very satisfying to do.
Okay, so boys and girls, here is my other half that came out of the toaster oven. And if I just give it a little pry, whoa, look at that. There it goes. Okay, so boys and girls, here I have my coconut, I have my beautiful white meat, which I'm gonna use for my dessert, and I have my coconut shells, which I'm going to use for another project. Okay, so boys and girls, I have my materials to make my craft project using the coconut shell, so I will pan you down and see what we're gonna do. So off camera, what I did was I put some holes using my drill into the coconut, and what I did was I went north, south, west, east. So there's 4 holes, and I'm gonna use this one first because it already has built-in drainage holes, because I decided I'm gonna plant some green beans in the coconut shell, and we're gonna watch them grow. And here I have some that I started with my daughter, Fiona, but I think they'll look really cool growing out of the coconut shell. And I'm gonna use some of this really nice brown twine that I had because it's very natural looking and it goes with the theme of the coconut. And Boris is probably gonna be barking because we have people outside working. Okay, so I have my string in my holes, and to make this even, I'm just gonna flip the coconut upside down and pull it and tie a knot when it looks even and symmetrical. So I think it looks about just like that. See how it hangs nicely? So I'm gonna tie a knot right here. So I'm gonna take some topsoil that I have here and put it into the coconut shell and take my seeds, and I think probably what is super snappy. So I'm gonna put them in and hopefully they'll get a good start in this nice moist topsoil. And when they get big, I can transplant them outside and watch them grow. So there, I have my peas planted in my coconut, ready to grow. And if you don't have peas or seeds to start, you can get some greenery and you can cut it and clip it and put it in and make an artificial plant hanger too. You can also, look at this, we can paint the inside and you can use this for a bowl on a desk to put spare change in, or you can use it for paper clips or office supplies. So you can see that using the coconut, you can make a dessert and a craft project. So boys and girls, I hope you liked watching this, and if you ever come across a coconut, give it a try, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a great week.